Hi, everyone, and welcome to this, the first episode in a series on the history of various holidays that are observed around the world. Um, Today, I'll be talking about the history behind um, uh, New Year's, and the um, etymology behind the first month of the year. Uh, uh, in English being January. As you can see, uh, different countries have different names for January. Most of them have a similar root to the English, as you can see here and here, as well as here. Um, Other countries, France, for example, look and sounds very similar to English's January. Um, those in the audience who have better knowledge and backgrounds in these specific languages that you see on the screen, I'll toggle to another tab over here, which shows some different um, uh, languages. Most of these Afrikaans has a similar European, Indo-European background, so it looks very similar to English's January. Um, Whereas other uh, countries, for example, China, which uses a different language system than languages such as English or German, things of that nature. Uh, uh, these languages have a different word for January, and so the root isn't going to be quite the same. But at least in English and languages that are related to it in Indo-European or from Indo-European, the root is from or comes from the Roman god Janus, which you can see on the screen here. Um, he has two heads, and he is the Roman god of like doorways and entrances and exits. Uh, uh, and Another, I guess, meaning that or significance of Janus, which I think is pretty cool. Um, you can see where I got this file from right here. It can be found on Wikipedia. Um, is that he represents new beginnings as well, and I think especially in the new year with New Year's resolutions and things, that's a cool, I guess, meaning to kind of be aware of that Janus is a god of new beginnings. I also, in my research, I found out that the birthstone of January is the garnet, which you can see here. And the garnet has a significance, I think, uh, is interesting, especially thinking about the new year and how in the new year, especially around January 1st, we tend to come up with New Year's resolutions. But the significance of the garnet here is that of constancy, which I think is important to kind of keep in mind, especially as I was saying, as it relates um, to the concept of New Year's resolutions, which isn't prominent here in the U.S. I'm not sure about other countries. Viewers, you can respond in the comment section about whether New Year's resolutions are common elsewhere. But uh, yeah, I guess to kind of just review, I'd like to keep this brief. I'll probably um, do another section on the meanings behind other languages that are not within the Indo-European family, such as, like I was saying, Chinese. and the meaning behind those um, that were in the future. But I guess just to kind of review, in this video we talked about how January comes from the Roman god Janus, which is the god of doorways, entrances, exits, new beginnings. And I guess something that I forgot to mention in the beginning here, or when I was speaking in the beginning about Janus, is that the god is two-headed, which is kind of unique because I don't think any of the other gods in neither the Roman or the Greek pantheon have uh, a feature like this. I'm aware of a couple gods in the Indian pantheon which have multiple heads, but going back to Janus here, you see that he has two heads, and the significance of that is that this kind of shows that Janus is looking both forward into the future and back into the past. And I think that's an interesting kind of perspective to have. I guess being aware of the etymology of the first month of the year, that it's important to keep an eye on the future, but also to keep an eye on the past. And yeah, so I'll just keep this brief. I'll probably add more videos onto this specific section of the series. And yeah, I'll probably try to keep either a weekly or a monthly upload schedule. In the comment section, you can comment on what specific kind of content you want to see here. I'm going to post some videos kind of comparing the different pantheons and the overlaps and differences that each of the different pantheons have. For example, Roman and Greek pantheons often have a lot of overlap, and so they're kind of lumped together. But yeah, for the most part, I'll be focusing on history of pantheon or of different pantheons, similarities between the myths that are found in different cultures, from the theme of creation myths to the flood myths to stories of or I guess tropes of like falls or a savior. I'll even bring in some overlap from most mythologies to Christianity. How Christianity has tropes such as the creation myth, the flood myth, and yeah, I'll try to keep about a monthly upload schedule. And if there's any other content that you'd like me to share or include or talk about, please don't hesitate to drop that into the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this video with your friends who you think would like this content. And yeah, have a great day. Have a good rest of your day, guys.